Hello students, today we are going to start class 7 biology. In this session we will discuss chapter 1, part 1, tissues. The contents of this chapter are plant tissues, meristematic tissues, permanent tissues, simple permanent tissues, complex permanent tissues. So before that, we should know what are tissues. Tissues can be defined as a group of cells more or less alike in size and shape, performing the same function and having a common origin. In plants, there are many cells meant for performing different types of functions. Some cells are specialized for transportation of water and minerals absorbed by the roots, and some cells are specialized for the translocation of food prepared by the leaves, constitute the phloem tissue. Now the question comes, what is the difference between tissue, organ system and organism? So tissue, already we discussed that it is a group of cells more or less alike in size and shape, performing the same function and having a common origin. Then when the tissues work together to perform a specific function, forms an organ, and a group of related organs forms an organ system. When all the organ systems work together, they make an organism. Leaves, stem, flowers, birds, fruits and seeds are the different organs of the plant. Now the study of tissues and their function is known as histology. Some tissues are simple because they contain only one type of cells to perform a specific function, and some tissues are complex as they contain different types of cells to perform the specific functions. Then the tissues in the plant body can be broadly classified into two groups: meristematic tissues and the permanent tissues. Meristematic tissue is a group of actively dividing cells mainly located at the growing tips of root, stem and leaves. On the basis of their location, meristematic tissues are of three types: apical meristem, lateral meristem and intercalary meristem. Apical meristem, it is found at the tips of shoot and the roots. It brings about elongation of stem and roots. Lateral meristem, it is found beneath the bark and the side portions of the shoot and roots. The function of lateral meristem is to increase in the length of the plant organs. Now, what is the structure of the meristematic tissues? As you can see in this diagram, that these are the compactly arranged meristematic tissues are there. Meristematic tissues are found at the tip of the root, stem and branches. Cells of meristematic tissue are small in size. They are spherical, longitudinal or oval in shape. Each cell has a very thin cell wall. They are compactly arranged without any intercellular spaces. Each cell contains a large and conspicuous nucleus surrounded by abundant cytoplasm. Generally, vacuoles are absent in meristematic tissues. Then what are the functions of the meristematic tissues? The cells of the meristematic tissues divide continuously and help in increasing the length and girth of the plant. The meristematic tissue continuously form a number of new cells. Now the question arises, before we start with the permanent tissues, that what is the difference between the meristematic tissues and the permanent tissues. So the meristematic tissues are continuously dividing cells. On the other hand, the permanent tissue, they have lost their ability to multiply. So next topic is the permanent tissues. Permanent tissues develop from the new cells formed by the division of the meristematic tissue. The cells of permanent tissues are much larger and do not divide further. Hence, they are called permanent tissues. They have a definite form and size. The cells of the permanent tissues are thin or thick-walled with very little or no cytoplasm. They have large vacuoles. They are completely dead cells and are adapted to perform some special functions in plants. Then, permanent tissues can be classified into two main types: simple permanent tissues and complex permanent tissues. Then what is the difference between simple and complex? Some tissues are simple as they contain only one type of cells to perform a specific function. Some tissues are complex as they contain different types of cells to perform different functions. So first of all, we are going to start with the simple permanent tissues. These tissues are composed of similar type of mature cells which perform similar functions. They comprise the bulk of the plant body and are of three types: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. So first of all, parenchyma. Parenchyma, as you are seeing in the diagram, it is having a large vacuole, cytoplasm is present, nucleus is present, and between the cells, the space which is called the intercellular space, this is also present, but not much intercellular space is there, and cell wall is also present. The parenchyma tissue is made up of thin-walled living cells. Their cell wall is made up of cellulose. They have a large vacuole. The parenchyma cells are mostly round in shape and joined together with large intercellular space. Now, what are the functions of parenchyma tissues? So, number one function, they store food and water in the roots and stem of the plant. Parenchyma cells help in the conduction of water in the roots and stem of the plant. When parenchyma cells contain chloroplast, they help in the manufacture of food and are known as chlorenchyma. Now, second type of simple permanent tissue is collenchyma. So, in the collenchyma cells, you can see the cell wall thickening, nucleus and vacuole is present. Cells of collenchyma tissue are found in the form of bands in dicot stem, petioles of leaves and flower stalks, and they have a strong resemblance with the parenchyma cells. Now, what is the structure of the collenchyma cells? The collenchyma cells are either circular, oval or polygonal in shape and are living in nature. They are joined together without any intercellular spaces. They are thickened at the corner due to deposits of additional wall matter such as cellulose and pectin. The cells of the collenchyma tissue also have vacuoles. As you can see in this diagram also, the vacuoles are present. Now what are the functions of the collenchyma tissues? Collenchyma cells provide mechanical strength and support to the growing parts of the plant. Sometimes these cells store food prepared by the plant. So these are the functions of the collenchyma tissues. Now the third type of simple permanent tissue is sclerenchyma. So in the sclerenchyma, thick cell wall of sclerenchyma cell you can see in this diagram. Then these tissues are found. So it is important here that where they are found, what is their location. Sclerenchyma tissue are found in the hard outer covering of nuts and seeds. They are also found in stems and veins of leaves. Then what is their structure and function? Structure: the mature sclerenchyma cells do not have living protoplasm and are usually dead. So in sclerenchyma they are dead cells. There is no intercellular spaces between the cells. As I told you, intercellular space means the space between the cells. So it is having no intercellular space in between. Their cell walls are thickened due to lignin deposit. Simple pits are present in the walls of the sclerenchyma cells. Now what is their function? Sclerenchyma are mechanical in nature, thus provide rigidity and toughness to different parts of the plant. Then function of sclerenchyma tissues are: sclerenchyma are mechanical in nature, thus provide rigidity and toughness to different parts of the plant. Then here one more term is there, that their cell walls are thickened due to lignin. So what is lignin, that you should know? Lignin is a hard substance with great tensile strength, which means it does not break easily on stretching. It makes the cell wall impermeable, so important substances are unable to pass through it. The cells that are heavily lignified do not have living content or protoplasm. Then jute, cotton and hemp are some examples of sclerenchyma fibers. Now here what is more important, children, that you have to learn all the tissues, their location as well as their function. That is very important here. And one more thing, when any part of the plant is damaged, the parenchyma cells become meristematic and start dividing to regenerate the damaged part. This is also the important part of this chapter. So children, go through this chapter, learn on all the terms, all the topics, location and functions, and learn the whole chapter. Thank you very much.